Yo guys, in here back in the video. This is gonna be the second episode of the series of now getting to champion with mind control. So yeah, just gonna jump straight into it. First match against Nick the Kick. Okay, just goes Hogwarts play. Here I'm gonna be using my rocket because I think for the next stage I wanted to be showing the because I know how like the previous video, if you haven't seen it yet, is it goes over the basics of how to just like play mana control. Not really like go over the basics, but here I'm trying to show the how to just like the basics of how to defend against my against opponents, because I don't think I covered it that well. Yes, I showed you how to like just play your cards and stuff, but like after like when you play your cards for a while, you kind of realize that like just placing your cards isn't like good enough. And then so like here I'm gonna basically show you how to defend, because defending is a very underrated part of this game, just because of okay, just gonna Tesla and delivery because the ice was gonna slow it down, so you need to like place another extra card so it can take everything out. What the? Okay. I'm just gonna Dark Prince to help DPS that down, but yeah, basically I'm gonna be showing how to actually defend against this. Oh, wow, I was super slow with that. That's my fault. Okay. But yeah. Hope you guys enjoy the video. So yeah. If you guys want me to continue to use minor poison, I will next time. I'm just here. I'm gonna be showing the basics of how to actually defend with this deck, because obviously this deck is very difficult to play. I feel like a lot of you are gonna be able to benefit from it. So yeah, if you guys don't want to use this deck, it's completely fine. It's a very hard deck to master. So yeah. If he goes in, I think I will just go Rocket on the Hog, just because okay, wow, no, never mind. I have to cycle. Oh, that's not the best thing I wanted to do, but it is what it is. Because what I want to do is, because I'm in this matchup, because I have no actual good way of actually killing them order except for my Tesla, but Tesla's getting used every time for the Hog. I kind of need to save what's it called, my Tesla for it, but I kind of just having to play. But yeah, it should be fine. I think I can rocket that. Yeah, it should be fine. Yep. These are just fine. So basically in this like more against this more hog matchup, basically you want to save you kind of want to rocket the hog raider, but you can also just Tesla it and just rock the mortar. You just gotta do one or the other for the answer. That's kind of how you win this. So yeah, as long as you don't like sack damage. Yeah, but this is going to show you how to basically to cut. Oh, he has a Sparky. Okay, I'm gonna rocket that. Oh no, that killed it. I think I played it slow. Yeah, I played that super slow. That's my fault. Okay. Not playing the best. That's what happens when you don't play warmed up. It is what it is. Okay. I'm gonna go to our Prince here, and then that hopefully can do something. I don't know. Okay. Gonna have to go minor so I don't like take a mortar shot. I mean, it's a pretty weird deck, not going to lie. Okay. Here, because he has no support for the Sparky, you don't actually need to play a rocket. Like, it obviously seems scary having a let's got a Sparky coming your way, but you actually don't need to do anything. Like you don't need to rocket that because there's nothing to worry about. If they don't make that good of a push, there's nothing to worry about. So yeah. But yeah, basically for defense, all you have to it really depends on the deck. For like mortars, the way you defend these is just by just distracting the hell out of it. Which is like placing troops, having it just like slowly chip away its HP down. And that's basically how you defend against it. And then against hogs, you just really need to have a Tesla on defense. So yeah, pretty good defense there. Okay. I will say defending is a lot harder to actually explain. Not going to lie. Okay, here something very good you can do is because the Dark Prince can jump on the bridge. You're gonna have it to where if they put anything like a Dark Goblin, a mortar, anything like that, you can have it to where the Dark Prince jumps and snipes it. It's a pretty good interaction now. So yeah. Okay, wow, that Walker just went crazy. Okay, the rocket does with everything there, and then there you go. I think we'll just Dark Prince downloaded, help distract, and then go mine it like this, see what he wants to do here. Okay, interesting. Okay, I think I will just Tesla this, and then because I already have a Tesla down, I actually don't need to cut like play a rocket, just because it should help with like distracting Sparky, because Evil Tusk is just so good on defense. Wow. That is crazy how well that just defended everything. But yeah. Sorry, I kind of need to warm up here, but I will definitely explain a lot more in the next match. This match is a little more complicated, kind of more of a basic match. Oh, yeah, we don't talk about the rocket. I mean, at least the rocket hits the what's it called, Sparky, but I kind of missed the tower because especially when you're down, like when you're when the game was so close, I had to get more damage, but did get the win. Yeah, basically there you just have to place your Dark Prince stuff, help tank. It's like against X, but you need to just place tanks and then tank for it, and then have it not hit your tower, and then just have the Tesla to snipe it, or just have like Tesla just hit Hogger. It's really one or the other, but I get Hogger more is a little bit harder because against multiple win conditions, it can be harder for this deck to defend. So yeah, next match against this guy. Yeah, he plays a Zap. Here just cycle. You don't never want to leak with this deck. So yeah, let's see what deck we go up against now, so we can know how to defend. Okay, against minions, really just Delivery. Delivery is like your best. And kind of only answer to minions. So yeah, still have to figure out what deck he's using. One of the most important things in this game is knowing your opponent's deck, because then knowing the cards that they have makes it to where really shows them what the Sparky again. That's interesting. It really makes it to where you play the matchup differently. So like if you find out what this guy's using Hall, you're gonna play like more defensive. If you go against Beatdown, you kind of want to put more pressure so that they can't just make insane pushes every time. Like it's that sort of stuff. So yeah, though it can be hard to identify, especially against like these random decks. Not going to lie. So yeah, here it's good just to cycle Miner because it's just 3 elixir. It's not like the worst thing in the world when they defend it. So and it can get a bunch of chip damage when it's getting sacked like that. So yeah, that's pretty good. I think I'm just gonna go log and see what he wants to do here. Okay, here just simple delivery. Simple stuff like this is pretty. Oh, I didn't know I'm gonna grab that. It's pretty easy just to defend. You just plus delivery and stuff like that. So basically, against Swarm, you can just deliver and you're pretty much good to go. Okay, here you can't really do anything, and since I don't really have much, a good thing to do is just cycle Teslas, even when you don't know the win condition. Because the good thing is about having rocket here is even if they have balloon, you can always just rocket it, and then against like win conditions, you can always having a pre-Tesla always helps with just like being a nuisance, so it makes it harder for them to go in, and you can cycle back to another Tesla. A key principle there is when you cycle a card early, you can like a Dark Prince in the back or anything, you can cycle to it again very very quickly. That's also why you see things like Hog Rider in the back and stuff like that. They're trying to outcycle the opponent and go and try to get to their Hog as soon as possible by just playing in the back and getting more time to do it. So yeah. That's why they do that type of stuff. So yeah, going back to this game though, let's see what he wants to do here. I think I will just go minions on there, and then if he ever does go Sparky, we'll just rocket it because I have a dark. The reason you don't have to rocket a Sparky, but if there's a like a unit you already have like a Dark Prince or something, you can. It's probably good to try to keep it alive. So you'd rather go rocket on it so you can keep it alive, because obviously then it just gets value. Okay. This literally is kind of a waste that Evil Iceberg can already just jumped on it, but it is what it is. And then here, just Tesla can easily defend this. Okay, wow, that Tesla did not do what I wanted to do. And then here, it's fine. I can just sack some damage and just log at the end there, and then fully count as RG. It's fine to take a hit or two if you have to, because obviously there are situations where you actually can't really do much about it. Okay, and then Dark Prince to snipe that out because it didn't cross the bridge, and I didn't want to place my Dark Prince. Like I don't want to like have it get rid of the shield. Okay, unfortunately, still did, but it's okay. And then see a pretty Tesla right here. You can just see how value it gets because it's just being in the way of this guy. This guy actually really can't do much, and so you kind of just has to like let it be. And if he wants to go in, sure, I'll just cycle to another Tesla in it because I don't really need that one. Like see, he literally can't do a thing because my Tesla here just being super annoying. So yeah. One thing you gotta make sure though is when they go the win condition back, like an RG or something, Golem, they're gonna get to another one, so that's something you gotta be definitely wary of. And that's for sure. Okay, here because I have a bunch of units down here, I want to rocket that Sparky as soon as possible, so I can and so it doesn't like completely just destroy all my cards there, because that would be insane value for it. Okay, and then here I'll just go Dark Prince to have it distract, and then you Iceberg can also clean that up and pretty good. Okay, wow. And the Tornado unfortunately finished off the rest of the Tesla, so you have to log it. And pretty good defense there. So here, it's going to go Miner on offense. You really don't have much offense with the deck. If they're low on Elixir, you can pressure with Dark Prince, but most of the time you're just going to go Miner only. And then like if they give value too, you can go it's called rocket on the tower. But usually if they don't and stuff, you can just go Miner and stuff, and you really just place your units into whatever they're trying to do. Oh wow, he gave up. Didn't realize it. Okay, so So yeah, that's basically how you do it. You really just need to defend the entire game. Though the only problem is too is if you guys don't really like 5-minute games, this is not really the deck for you. These decks are used to like more control and like just defend everything your opponent has and then make them basically forfeit like that. So yeah, but it's very rewarding when doing it. So yeah. Next match here against Sam. Okay. Oh yeah, one thing I wanted to see too is a lot of the things people definitely do struggle with this game is the micro and macro of this game. I know those are more advanced concepts, but I'll say micro is basically where it's basically the interactions. Knowing how a Dark Prince when it charges fully counters Zappies, like specific interactions, specific things that cards do to each other. Well, the macro is basically your decision making. And one thing I definitely noticed when I was helping coach a viewer of mine is that he didn't really have the best decision making when defending against his opponent, and so that's definitely I feel like something you guys can definitely work on. And so basically, I'm going to be trying to show you what decisions should you be making with this deck against certain matchups. It all obviously changes depending on what deck your opponent's using, but it can be relatively the same, which is like a Dark Prince in the back, Tesla in the middle. You know, trying to get value with the rocket, shift damage behind. It's mostly the same stuff, really. Okay, well I just realized this guy has Rogue Ghost, so this becomes a little bit more problematic. I'm here recognizing that I have no tank, I don't have delivery either, and so my best plan of action of actually defending this is with a minor on defense. So yeah, that's really when you don't really have the best answer for something on the ground like a Ghost, Mega Knight or anything. You don't have a Dark Prince or deliver or anything like that. Then you can just go minor on defense and it helps against that. So yeah, he's probably gonna go furnace at the bridge. Oh, okay, he does that instead. Okay, well against Graveyard, you really just want to go your delivery and then like Skeletons. It can basically do it can fully counter it pretty well. It's called okay, here I'm just trying to log these guys out, get rid of them. Hopefully my recruit can actually deal with that Ghost. That'd be amazing right there. Oh my, yes sir, recruit go crazy. Okay, here I'm just gonna go Tesla like this. Tesla down low makes it to where okay, first he doesn't have enough elixir to go Graveyard, so that's not something you have to worry about. When you see how he's like okay, wow, and when he's spamming everything like that, you can tell that he does not have enough elixir to go Graveyard to support it, and so you can use that fact by going like deliver something instead of having to save it for the Graveyard. You know, you can what's it called? Just put on defense over here so that you could actually fully counter it. So yeah, here he gave value, so I'm just gonna take Rocket. He can't really punish it against Graveyard. You kind of need to take all the value you can get because that's your only way of getting damage. Because he's just gonna keep going Graveyard and he probably I don't know if he has poison or not, but here oh he does. But yeah, here I'm just gonna go okay. Thank goodness that Tesla went up. I would have been cooked if it didn't get up. But yeah, unfortunately Graveyard is a very annoying matchup because it's just RNG based. But yeah, here the way you really defend it depends on what cards you have. But if you go Graveyard, you can go Delivery Dark Prince or Delivery Skeletons, anything like that. Really does a pretty good job at defending against Graveyard. And then basically you want to log at the end there so that oh shoot, okay, wow, that Ghost is getting a little bit close for comfort. That minor on defense was a little bit of a panic, but I will say Rogue Ghost is definitely making this more difficult to deal with. Did I just lag? I swear. Okay, here I'm just gonna go Poison and then Delivery, and then I'm gonna go on Dark Prince on that it's got Furnace as soon as I can, because that is definitely the problem, that Evil Furnace having a bunch of fire spirits. You do need to recognize, even though they have the Graveyard can be a threat, especially Evil Furnace for example can definitely be very, very difficult to defend against. So you do need to recognize that Dark Prince over here will will be able to defend against that, and that's the priority, and not just like logging instantly, because then you wouldn't have enough elixir to actually deal with it. Okay, here goes Graveyard. Here the Furnace, because it's not an Evil Furnace, it's not as big of a deal. And then yeah, Dark Prince, and you can just see how Dark Prince and Recruit from the Delivery just completely destroyed that. Really just shows you how good of a combo Dark Prince and Roy Delivery are in this deck. Here the Furnace is very, very close to the tower, so I can just take that Rocket and then we're pretty much good to go. He might try to go in again. We'll have to see. Okay, he does. And he does that, unfortunately. So we're just gonna I'm gonna log everything here. Oh, okay. We need Dark Prince here, and then cycle back to another Delivery. That's my only way of actually defending this. And then we will go Evil Ice Spirit. Okay, I need to keep that those things alive, or else I'm kind of just cooked. Okay, wow. Dark Prince should help carry this, and then basically I will defend one more time just to show you how to defend it. I will go minor on defense here, so I can actually thing for that, and then I just go log here, and that should finish everything off. Okay, and then Dark Prince again, and then we defend. Oh, that was a lot, not getting a lie. That was kind of hard to explain too, but basically what I had to do was put like Dark Prince or Delivery something down for this to distract it long enough, how a Tesla DPS it down, and just have like Delivery, Dark Prince, or like Skeletons distracting and log at the end to just finish the Graveyard. And that's basically how you defend against Graveyard. I mean, it's a lot more complicated than that, especially against like that guy. He just spammed everything. That was very bad. I don't know how many people are going to be able to do that. Not gonna lie, I feel like it was I didn't think the matchups were going to be like that difficult. I mean, they're not that difficult for like for me per se, but I know for people it will be it can be very daunting to do. So yeah, but don't worry, I know it will seem bad at first, like especially because you're gonna lose probably a lot of games at first when using this deck if you don't have prior experience with it. But the more you practice with this deck, the more better you'll be improved. It improves your micros and your interactions and stuff, and then it helps you just basically develop better of self-awareness of what to do in certain matchups, which is obviously very, very good for the long term. So yeah, if you want to improve at this game, that's what you got to do. So yeah, I'm here. Okay, wow, this guy really just loves spamming everything here because I want the recruit to deal with the tank long enough for the baby dragon. The guards won't die to Delivery. They will live and they will DPS down that recruit fast enough. So I have to log it to also finish them off. So yeah, I think this is going to be Golem. Golem's I don't know if it's regular Golem. It's not that bad. Okay, never mind. It's not regular Golem. It's just some random deck. But if it was Golem Lightning, it's actually kind of bad. But you can still win it. But yeah, here I'm just gonna go Dark Friends for pressure. You can recognize how I went for a 4 elixir card, and he went Balloon, which is a 5 elixir, and then he went Vines, which is done 3 elixir. So that's 8 elixir. So you just spent 8 elixir for my 4 elixir card, and so you can basically you don't need to do like you don't care, who cares how much elixir he's up or not. Just go. You can just say, oh, that's 8 elixir and that's 4 elixir. He just wasted that on. So you can just like pressure at the bridge and bait out something. So yeah, there my miner just got a bunch of DPS because he had to sack it because he was down elixir. So yeah. I'm gonna go Ice Spear here and let's see what he wants to do. I also when they go Balloon, because this is like how I said in the last video, that like the balloon can go all the way over there. That makes it to where if they play it very far away, if you play your building closer to the middle and farther away from your tower, it will not pull it. So here, what I've learned is if you place your Tesla here and this so basically one tile to the right to the middle exactly, it will always pull the balloon every single time, unless it gets pushed by like bats or skeleton dragons. And if that happens, you gotta place it a little bit closer. But you'll know what happens when they do it because it's pretty obvious when they push it. Yeah. But if that doesn't happen, you can just go Tesla here and it will pull the balloon every single time. So that's something you have to worry about. Okay, yeah. So here, just place it where I said to place it. The Tesla right there, and deals with it. And if he goes Vines, you can just Evil Ice Spirit. Basically, you don't have to put anything unless it's getting like if it's getting tank for, you might want to like play a Delivery or Ice Spear or something to help distract more. So yeah, okay. Here he's gonna try to spam or something. Here I'm gonna go Dark Prince for the the Delivery is for the Mega Minion, and then the Dark Prince is for what's it called, to tank for all that. So yeah, here I cycle my log like that because I don't want to waste my Tesla. That's for a balloon, and I don't want to waste my Evil Ice Spirit. So I just wanted to cycle back to my miner. So when you have an awkward cycle, and you need to cycle back to something, you can easily just what's it called you can easily just okay. Wow, that just instantly killed it. Okay. I think we'll just rocket that, just not because it's I don't think I need the rocket. I think that was an overreaction. Don't do that. I think the evil Tesla was just good enough to actually deal with that. But okay, this guy's getting a little salty now. Good game. Oh wait, did he just give up? Oh, no, he didn't. Okay, yeah. One thing I realized also is that when they say good game, don't assume that they're gonna give up because I know like Ian I think popularized that, and so it's definitely something to be wary of because you can easily just choke a game if you do something like that because you think, oh, I'm gonna win, it's so easy. You can definitely get in your head. So definitely gotta be something to be careful about as well. There's a lot of mind games with this game, not good ones either. So yeah, here I'm just skeletons are really good at answer to mini P.E.K.K.A. So yeah, here because I'm not really if against like balloon freeze and stuff like that, you definitely don't want to rocket that because you can definitely get easily punished for it. But against like decks like this where like you can easily defend, or not easy defend, but like he's not really making the best pushes, so you can easily just what's it called like you can just rocket it and you can basically be able to defend whatever they place on your tower. Is that gonna hit my tower? Oh my goodness, I thought I was gonna hit my tower. Okay. Well, here I wasn't trying to predict anything. Like, it looked like I predicted the cards, but I was just playing. I was just trying to cycle my cards. Wow, he keeps bidding out Executioner just so he can like go balloon the rocket back. But the thing is, even though balloon the back, like so, like how I said before, if they play the win condition in the back, you can recognize they're trying to outcycle you. So try to cycle as fast as possible to a next pair of a Tesla. But because they placed it in the back, I can easily just cycle back to another Tesla. And so like there's like no like real like issue there. And then here, if they do like, let's say they do like, you waste your second Tesla and you have to waste it, right? And you have nothing, you can easily just go rock in the balloon and then easily just deals with it. So yeah. And then here, Rocket does do enough. Rocket, it is important to know your it's called like the damage of your cards. Like how Rocket does like 540. It's an important thing to know. No. Okay, we found another match here against Sea Rise. Okay, let's see what you want to do here. With Meta Control, you can basically cycle whatever you want. Okay, wow, it just goes Hog. Okay, first play. Here, because you don't know if they go, like, when they go Hog, you don't know if they have Earthquake or, like, Hog EQ or 2.6 or whatever, so you want to go usually, Tesla high so that, because, it covers if they do have it or not, and if they don't, it doesn't really do anything, it doesn't really hurt to have it, to do that, so. Yeah, and look, he has Mighty Miners, Meaning, and Firecracker, so he probably has the Earthquake variation, which here you kind of do have to be careful because, yes, he can easily outcycle us, and so the best way to defend a Hog Rider, you will see, is, what's it called, to go, Rocket on it, because you will get outcycled. It's not like a question of if, but when, because of how, much faster their cycle is than us. Like, I'm pretty sure their cycle is 2.6, I think. So, yeah, it is something you do have to be worried about. But in this matchup, basically, all you have to do is you basically try to get minor chip damage, counter pushes, and then just rocketing. So yeah, I will show you how to defend against Hog Riders. But like the main way is really just going Tesla up high with support, or you either go or rocket on it so that it can deal with it. So yeah, usually try to pull more support units though, because it helps what's it called it helps give you just a better kind of push, and so they have to spend more elixir, so it makes them more worried of like, do they have to do it? Because like right now, look, he's trying to go in here, but like he just spent all his elixir, and so like I just don't think he has a way of actually doing it. And since I have King Tower activated, yeah, I don't have to actually it's called like worry about Mighty Miner doing too much damage, because the King Tower just helps DPS it down. So yeah, that's also the importance of like activating your King Tower against Hog EQ, so you can do a little bit more DPS against hogs and Mighty Miner and stuff like that. So yeah, here, look, you can already up so much damage. You basically want to try to get counter pushes, because they will spend too much of their elixir. If they don't know how to manage their elixir well, you will get damage. So yeah. Here's a little thing I do is when they have Firecracker, I just go Prediction Dealer, just because some people do what? Okay, well, you just gave up. Okay. So usually you try to do that so you can predict what's it called Firecracker and stuff like that, because obviously there are people who do that, and so it's an important thing. It's a cool thing to do in matchup. But yeah, basically in this matchup, all you have to do is rocket their hog if they outcycle you, and if you have Tesla and cycle, go Tesla. And if they if they have more stuff like Mighty Miner, Firecracker, you want to like Dark Prince or like try to like DPS it down more so you can get more counter push off it and stuff like that. And I think an important thing in this matchup is to go same lane, because I think going same lane makes it like harder for them to actually do stuff, because you can just go Miner Rocket on it. So yeah, kind of unfortunate he kind of gave up early. Kind of want to show more of that match, because that's a more difficult match to win, but it is what it is. Okay, next match against Alano here. Cries immediately spammed. Okay, so here, when they spam like this, you can just go simple delivery. If I had log, it would have just been a log skeletons, and it would have been an easy defense. But since I didn't have it, so basically when you don't have your hand you need to improvise. Why? He's crying, and then he's like spamming at the bridge, which is weird. So yeah, here's gonna go to Prince, see if he wants to do anything. If not, okay, here just is a log. Simple log deals with that, and you're pretty much good to go. Any bait that you're trying to put behind, you can go log or deliver, and it will deal with it just fine. So, yeah. Just gonna go Ice here. It's more just a cycle. You do not want to leak with this deck. Most of the time, you don't. Sometimes you do want to especially against beatdown. You want to try to. If they leak, you can leak, because it makes it to where you can go against you can like wait until double, which is a better what's it called it makes it to where you can defend better, because obviously in single it can be difficult to what's it called defend. So yeah, here's log to finish off the Mythic. I wanted to activate King Tower here, but okay, that was the most terrible Golem King I've ever seen in my life. But yeah, I wanted to activate King Tower, but I played my Dark Prince a tile too high, so I couldn't get it. But you know, it's still dealt with the Mega Knight at least. So That is a more advanced technique. Really, all it is just putting a unit in the middle, have it ready to jump, and place another one like right here. Nothing like too difficult to do. But obviously, it does take some work to practice. Because obviously, you can mess it up. I messed it up. I remember when I started learning it the first time, I messed it up a lot of times. It will happen, and it is what it is. But that's part of the learning process, and that's how you learn the fastest. So. Yeah, don't be afraid to make mistakes. You can obviously if you make mistakes for this deck, you kind of just lose the game. But there are some ways you can come back, and then those mistakes also help you in the long term. So yeah, but it can't hurt. Not gonna lie. But yeah, okay. He's not really doing anything. I'm just gonna really just keep cycling my cards because I don't need log on defense. Like unless they have barrel and I have more bait, like multiple bait decks, I can just like cycle log and so it should be fine. I think this guy just gave up. Okay, yep, guys. So if you want to get to champion, all you have to really do is defend every single push they do while spamming the bridge, and they will give up instantly, and then immediately take the tower and 3-crown them. I'm gonna tell you, this deck does not do that. But if the opponent knows for a entire 5 minutes and never gonna break through, they will just give up early. So we kind of take those. It definitely shouldn't be happening, but this video is gonna be a lot shorter than I wanted it to be. This should not be happening, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah. We can get the next match here and I don't lag. Okay, next match against BT X Stoner. Okay. See what he wants to do here. Probably just gonna go minor on. Okay. He goes dark on the bridge and okay. Well, you can't really do anything about it, but it did get some damage because I played it late, but it's fine. First she goes Lumberjack. Against cards like this that or even like mini peck and stuff, they just do single DPS. You can Sky with Skeletons, and then if you need more, you can go like Dark Prince in the middle, and the other Prince Tower does help, so. Preserves your Dark Prince a little bit more, so that's kind of the whole thing. Because if you just put it on top of it, it will just shred it. But if you have it distract a little bit more and like have the other Prince Tower help DPS it down, then you can get more, have more HP to help DPS it down. So yeah. I think here I'm just gonna go Tesla, just because one it deals with the Knight, and so I don't have to spend anything more, and it also will deal with the Baby Dragon when it crosses the bridge. And then okay, so here, gonna Ice Spirit, and then just delivery. And that should be enough. Well, somehow the Prince Tower is targeting the Baby Dragon, so we're going to take that. And then, yeah, the other Prince Tower, look, not because you place it in the middle, the other Prince Tower just helps it. Helps you DPS it down, and boom, there. That's kind of also the importance of having King Tower, because when you have King Tower, it helps DPS and just deal with those units more, so your other units can survive more, and or it will probably, it's probably the difference of like you like winning a game and like also like losing. Okay, wow, why did he have barrel? That's what I want to know. Okay, that was way too much damage. Okay. Well, I'm going to show you what happens now when you do make mistakes and you need to try to come back from the game. Basically, when stuff like this happens, you kind of need to begin out trying to outplay your opponent. And so here, I'm just going to go Dark Prince and see what happens. If you're down and you know they spent quite a bit of elixir and they don't have a good cycle, you can just go Dark. That's obviously way more advanced. Because basically what I recognize is he didn't have Knight, and he uses Mega Knight already, or like he went back to Mega Knight, but he wasn't he didn't have enough elixir to actually play it because of all the stuff he did before, and then going Dark Goblin. So the Dark Prince got damaged, but that's a lot more complicated. You don't need to know that. Basically, all you have to know is if you were down because they spent quite a bit of elixir and all that stuff, you can basically go Dark Prince the bridge, other lane, and okay. Well, what happens when they go Fireball for no absolute reason? You go Rocket. They go for a spell for some reason on your tower, just Rocket, and without on nothing really. Okay, he's trying to cheese me real quick. Here, I gotta preserve at least one delivery or log. I'm gonna try to preserve log because delivery gets more value against all his other units, like Baby Dragon and stuff, so that's where it comes more in handy. Do not, okay, you do gotta focus on, not, okay, you know, spending a log on the Skarmy and saving it for the barrel. But yeah, here, if they just fireball absolutely nothing, again, just chuck another rocket, it doesn't hurt. Especially when they're just spamming spells like that. It's like, it is not. Well, you're chucking. Dude, I was about to BM him, but I don't think I think it's better not to. But I don't know why he wanted to do that, but it is what it is. Here I'm gonna just cycle a log, and then Evo Tesla will just kill that, so we don't have to worry about it. And then here, okay, here I'm gonna try to cycle back to my other log because I knew my cycle was pretty quick, and since I played my log pretty early, I was able to cycle back to it. So yeah, pretty good. And just log that and boom, done. So yeah, I don't know what he was trying to do there, but yeah. Basically there in this matchup, if they have barrel, a bunch of other crap, just always remember have at least delivery or log. If they have a lot of delivery value, I'd rather put delivery on that and just save the log always for the barrel. And then anytime they play, you just play log, and it's full defense every time. Just I didn't know he had barrel, so that's kind of my bad. That's kind of what happens when you're going against random decks. So yeah, it is what it is, but still pretty good game. Okay, next matching as Red Dog. Seeing how he might have Red Hoggy Q because of the badges, we don't know. We'll have to see. And hopefully it is actually, so then I can actually show how to, you know, beat it not like the other time. Okay, here, Tesla up high because you don't know if he has Earthquake or not, so you might as well just do it. So yeah, I know how people do sometimes struggle with their Tesla placements. It can be hard at times to you know, play them because how easy it is to just misclick the what Ram Rider and Hog Rider. Okay, well obviously if you spend your building and there's another win condition, just rocket it. So yeah, it deals with that pretty well. But what is this deck actually? Okay, it's gonna charge. Oh, thank God, I did not charge. I need that Dark Prince to get more DPS. So basically, I think in this matchup, I'm just gonna have to basically abuse my Tesla like crazy, try to preserve as long as possible because he has 2 win conditions. So, yeah, can be a bit of a problem, that's for sure, against these like types of decks. But I will show you how to beat them. It can be very doable, very doable. Here I'm probably just gonna go on Dark Prince. I don't want him to jump on my Ice Spirit, and it will preserve it. So, here I go Tesla because his deck is more random. It's not like a traditional like Hog Psycho deck. So I kind of doubt he has a actual like way of actually killing my Tesla. So, that's why I went Tesla in the middle. So like if he does a spell, I'll learn for future reference. But here, I kind of doubt it, so I just place in the middle because the place in the middle is better. It's just if they have like a spell to kill it, I would rather go up high, so you know it doesn't get value on the tower as well. Kind of the whole point of it. So yeah, here I'm just gonna go Miner. See what he wants to do here. Okay, he goes Lumberjack. Yeah, okay, here I'm just gonna go Skeletons. If he does go yeah, okay. Here, because I knew he wanted to go Ram Rider with the Lumberjack, because usually when you have a Lumberjack, you usually want to pair it with a Ram Rider. That's something they usually tend to do. So I just put Skeletons, instead of putting Skeletons in the middle, I had it here to distract a bit and then just rock it. Something you do get as you play more of the game. This is like more. This only comes from experience, but a lot of pros also I think say this as well, that when you usually get a tendency of how your opponents play by playing the same decks every single time, and so that's basically how you realize how they want to play these matchups. And so I guess like this guy, I can tell his deck's more bridge spammy, so he just wants to like basically spam as much as he can. And so and knowing that, I can take advantage of it when they do stuff like that. Here I'm just going to Tesla to you know, distract if the Ram Rider somehow broke through. My Tesla is not in the middle, so if he goes Hog opposite lane, I will have to rocket it. That is something you gotta realize. That the Tesla will not help, so you must take it out with a rocket. You can do log delivery Dark Prince, but that does cost a lot and can be you know, not the best trade. So I'd rather just not do that. And so it's better just to rocket it, or just if you do have Tesla, just Tesla it. Okay, okay, here I'm just gonna go Tesla, and then because in this matchup you can realize how important Tesla is against both win conditions of Hog Rider and Ram Rider, that I do want to preserve it, so I went Tesla to do it. And here an important interaction to know, that's very advanced in the weight, but basically is a Hog Rider. So you can basically you can see how if you place a Tesla here and if it's closed, what will happen is that the Hog Rider won't get pulled to it because of it's a close and it's too far away. It has to be open for it to get pulled, and so because of that, when it's closed, you can push it with like a Skeletons or a Dark Prince or whatever, and then that will make it to where even if it's closed, it will still go to the Tesla. That's way more advanced, but it is a interaction that can happen. Okay, wow, this is the fattest what's it called Rocket at Valley I've seen in my life. Holy. Okay, here I'm just gonna log and then Tesla. Ice Spirit because I want to preserve this Tesla, obviously. Whoa, what is this? Okay, here just log and then preserves it. Look at that Tesla putting in work, just defending everything. So yeah, basically that's how you can recognize the matchup. If they have multiple win conditions, you really gotta preserve that Tesla. That is your only way of not getting absolutely like overrun. So yeah, you might just got I was thinking he was just gonna like keep spamming or like mirror his Ram Rider, but he didn't. So yeah, and Evil Ice Spirit absolutely just clean that up. Oh my goodness, because my Tesla's still alive, I don't need to go Tesla. I can actually just go Dark Prince and Skeletons, and it will finish off the Hog. So these are just like key things to like realize about. But basically the way you defend, really depends. You really want to preserve your Tesla and just abuse your cards like Dark Prince stuff, try to get counter pushes, and then that's basically the way to go. That's how this deck does so well. It just defends everything, and then gets an insane counter push, like with all the Dark Prince and stuff like that. Well, not insane, but like if your opponent like obviously doesn't do that good of a push and your units are still alive, but yeah. Okay, well that's an insane log. Against Bush, you definitely want to what's it called, pre-log it, because what happens is okay, wow, did they really just get to my tower? This game sucks. Okay. Okay, you want to keep spamming too? He literally is just spamming. I hate these types of players. But yeah, unfortunately the Goblin getting somehow pushed. What the? Someone just pushed it all the way there. So yeah, here because he I really should just be showing a guide how to actually get here without like any advanced techniques. But here I just realized he doesn't have anything for my Dark Prince. So Dark Prince just did a crazy amount of damage. And so yeah, here I'm just gonna log. He might, if he goes again, I will just go Ice Spirit. Okay, and then here I just go Ice Spirit in, or Miner as well, and that should deal with it. Okay, not enough. Okay, unfortunately that Spear Goblin's on my tower. Can't really do anything about it, but it does defend. Basically you have to recognize the bush is annoying, but the bush is only annoying if it gets all the way over here. So if you just pre-logger or like delivery, get rid of it immediately, and you can it basically doesn't become a threat anymore, because the Prince Tower can't just fully counter it. While if they play stuff like Gang and stuff, you do have delivery of Dark Prince, you have a splash, you have a lot of other ways to just answer that. So those are important things to realize, because the most important things to get rid of are the are technically the supports and then the win condition. That's how basically it works. Well, technically here it's called the bush here was actually the most dangerous thing in the field right there, just because like how much damage that can do if it gets to your tower. So yeah, like here you can just see I'm just gonna pre-log this, and then you can basically see how it gets like fully countered. And then here I just Dark Prince and yeah, it deals with it pretty well. So yeah, and even if you went Lions, like you can just see how my Dark Prince is just still taking all that. So yeah, here trying to go Miner, try to get some damage if possible. Unfortunately, Dark Prince didn't get anything, but it's fine. Here's all my damage anyway, so it doesn't really matter about that side. You really want to focus on one lane. So yeah. Okay, he does go recruits, and here in recruits you can basically abuse delivery log and Dark Prince. You basically want to always not always, it depends on the situation really, but you do want to like Dark Prince one lane and then delivery log the other, and then it helps what's it called it can help do with both sides. Just Dark Prince one side, recruits not recruits, delivery log the other side, and it deals with them pretty well. So yeah. Here, because I don't really have delivery log, and we'll go Tesla first, and then I'm just going to go delivery to finish off, because the way you want to go delivery is on the side with more support units. And so like for example, they had a musketeer, the other side just had recruits, but this had recruits and a musketeer, so the what's it called, delivery made it to where it would finish off the musketeer. So yeah, here if obviously you don't have a log of delivery, because that obviously will happen, just go Dark Prince, and it will just fully counter that. So, or Miner or Skeletons, anything like that will counter it. So yeah, here just a simple log deals with the gang, nothing to worry about here. And then here I'm just gonna go Skeletons to distract the musketeer, and then can go Miner to try to get some more damage here, because the delivery has a delay. And so when the bush area comes away, you can just go delivery on it, and it will actually just full counter too. So they might think, oh, my bush is gonna make it, so it will get some damage, and then no, it just delivers fully counters it. It's kind of funny interaction. Here I'm just gonna try to rock it, because you can basically realize how I only need 2 rockets to make it, and since he gave a bunch of value, if they give a bunch of value like recruits like that, you can go rocket what's it called, rocket a log on it, and it will kill them also. Yeah, it is pretty good value. You might think, oh, recruits only gets you one side, but the other side is pretty easy to deal with. A simple delivery will just fully counter that. Okay, next match against Nivek 13. Okay, let's see what he wants to do here. Yeah, when you don't really have the best starting hand, you can just go Ice Spirit and see how he wants to play. If he wants to do anything. Why am I getting starting handed? Where's my rocket? I'm just gonna go log here, see what he wants to do here. Because delivery can do with a witch pretty well. So yeah, okay. Here, so basically against barrel, it is very hard. It can be hard because I know like reading barrels are definitely not the easiest part and easiest thing to do in the game. That because obviously what happens when people do a trick barrel and then you obviously miss your log or whatever, and then you know you don't get a, you'll definitely get damage. I will say the best way to learn the placement of the barrel is basically just seeing where the barrel is. It's really just all pattern recognition. Because when I first started, I don't remember when I first started playing Clash Royale and I wanted to get serious. One thing I always hated was I didn't know how to tell the difference between like a back barrel, a front barrel, all that stuff. So I remember like trying to do research and stuff, and they were like, okay, why am I lagging? Bro, I'm lagging. That's not fun. Okay, thankfully I'm back. Holy, what was that? I don't know. We will just chill for now. Okay, well that's just fat rocket value, but yeah, I remember having to do that, and I didn't really, and mostly people didn't really have the best like answers to it. Like for example, I remember like watching OJ and stuff on how to read a barrel, and like there was like ways of like paying attention to the shadow or like anything like that. But basically, all you have to really see, it's not really the shadow per se. Oh. Okay, well we're gonna have to just sack that, unfortunately. Because what happens is when you lag, you actually can't do anything because I'm lagging. What is this? It's gonna go miner, try to get some damage. I don't know why this guy's mortar and it's called a goblin brawler or goblin cage. There you go. But you know, I'm just gonna have to deal with it. But unfortunately, yeah, that's unfortunate when just lag happens. This game really hates me, I swear. Okay, I'm gonna try to activate King Tower. That's why I played my delivery late, because King Tower is really important here in this matchup because of all the tanks he has and stuff. You definitely want to abuse that. So. Oh wait, I just realized I didn't even activate King Tower. What? Okay, I got scammed. Okay, he might go barrel and try to juke me, so we're just gonna go miner here, and then probably just gonna go Dark Prince last second. Why am I lagging? What is this? Okay. That's on my tower. What is this? Why am I lagging? What is this? Can that stop hitting my tower, please? Thank you. Okay. It's not the end of the world, but it's pretty bad. Oh, it's very bad, actually. I just misclicked that. Oh my goodness. I already lost. There's no way to win this. It's so bad. Why was I lagging so much? What is this? Okay, I have to... I don't know. That was bad. I'm so... Dude, why am I lagging so much? Okay, well... the best way is to just go Evil Tesla and then it's called deliver everything. That's kind of the best way to do it. And then here it's just a it's called corner barrel. And even if my log didn't get it, it's so far away it doesn't really matter. Okay, we do have a way to win this, and it's called cycling. I need to cycle to my rocket and get to another rocket. Okay, wow, he does not understand that he just got absolutely cooked. Okay, and then here I just log and then delivery should distract long enough, and then I go rocket. I don't even know how I win this. I was just complaining the entire time that I was lagging. I don't know how. Basically now you just have to make sure to always distract the mortar and always hit the barrel, and then obviously don't get destroyed by lag. What is this? I'm gonna have to reset my inner here, but yeah, I mean, I don't really know how I won that match. I'm not going to lie, but you know, pretty good there. I can see you guys in the next match. Okay, we found another match here against Chamadre? I don't even know how to pronounce that. Let's see what he wants to do here. I'm just gonna go miner. Pretty good first play is just going miner on the it's called just the tower. Doesn't really do it, like it doesn't like it doesn't hurt to like it's not that bad to do it. Here because he went Skeleton King, it's actually better to go Dark Prince and not log because you want to save the log for the Skeleton King ability when he plays that, and then just so Dark Prince can deal with that. Here I'm just going to log everything. The Skeleton King, the Skeletons, and the Skeleton Barrel preserves the Tesla, so then can actually finish off the Skeleton King. And really good, let's got first push to be... Okay, I think this is going to be the Elo Skarmy Skeleton King Minor Poison Dark Prince minions deck. This is a deck that Mohammed Light, I think, made. I think he made this one. But yeah, he has log instead of... It's got Arbin Brain. He also has Dark Goblin instead of minions. Interesting. But he does have miner and wall breakers, so still the same variation. But yeah, this is very much miner rockets matchup, because what we can recognize from matchups, especially when you see Nate's streams and stuff, is that my rocket usually does more damage than poison usually, and so it can pretty much always win against a minor poison. Like basically every time it's minor poison versus minor rocket should win if they play perfectly. Obviously you can't always, but you do try your best, and usually rocket will do more damage. But here you can say I always save my skeletons before the like after the miner what's called hits the tower, because miner does more damage if it catches the skeletons and then hits the tower, while he tried to pre-logging me because I did it to him. One, I wasn't even back to skeleton, so it's not even a good play. But yeah, it's definitely better to have the miner have the skeletons after the miner hits on the tower, because it will DPS down the it's called the miner more quickly. So yeah, okay, he has evil barrel. Oh, I just realized he does have barrel for some reason. Here I'm just gonna log everything, and it does with it. You do have to be careful. Evil barrel. Evil barrel does do a lot of damage, so that's definitely something you gotta worry about. And also the what's it called, the Evo Skarmy. You definitely want to. The best way to deal with the Evo Skarmy is delivery, but delivery log also deals with it because it just instantly kills it. So yeah, pretty good interaction there. I know Evo Skarmy can be annoying for some players, and because it won't die, but if you just go delivery log on it, it will just insta kill it. So yeah, that's a pretty good thing to know, and that's just how valuable delivery log is in this meta. So yeah, well, a simple dark prince will just deal with the miner, and I guess if he just goes miner into my dark prince, that's also fine. Here I'm trying to like not have these skeletons just completely destroy my tower. Yeah, just log does finish that off, and pretty good. See what he wants to do from a dark prince, if he wants to help support that dark element or not. He does, and so that dark prince is dead. So recognizing that, delivery simply takes care of the dark element, and pretty good in there. Here I'm just gonna go Tesla, because I don't really I didn't want to have him predict log me or something like that, so I just want Tesla to deal with it. And yeah, do have to recognize the skeleton barrel will okay, I didn't think he was gonna do that for the skeleton barrel. I thought he was gonna okay, what, he has minion horde, okay, and then Evo Tesla does deal with it. But yeah, okay, I really don't know why he had that. I didn't even realize he had another card. I guess he doesn't have poison. He just has a bunch of bait. Interesting. But yeah, I guess against miner where he doesn't have what's it called, like minor poison or anything like that, or like it's just bait altogether. You really just have to, all you have to really do is just abuse delivery log. Dark Prince does really well against all this all his swarm units, and then just what's it called, just defend everything. Really, it's really that simple. It's not really that the hardest thing to do. Well, I guess it can be. That Tesla, oh, Tesla does pull. If it didn't pull, I would have had to delivery on the skeleton barrel, which you can do. It's just harder to time. Basically, what you're gonna do is have the delivery cross. Okay, well, I need because I use the delivery. You gotta recognize to rocket that, because I don't have the best answer to the what's it called, the mini horde. So yeah, you gotta rocket that. Obviously that can be difficult. The best way to actually do it is to, if you're too scared of missing a rocket, just because of how fast your cycle is, and especially when you're in what's it called, triple, you can easily just go what's it called, okay, I lost my train of thought. You can just go what was it what I was trying to say? Okay, I don't know. But log, Evil Tesla does deal with it. Also, really good answer to Evil Skarmy is Evil Tesla. It just absolutely shreds the skeletons. It's insane. But yeah, basically in this matchup, all you have to do is just defend the bait. Don't let the miner get too much damage. So we'll go like Ice Spear skeletons on it. Dark Prince tanks for the Skeleton King, and then Delivery Log, Tesla deals with everything else. The Wall Breaker, Skeleton Army, Dark Element. It deals with everything. That's basically how to recognize. That's how you want to recognize every single deck. You want to see what your cards deal with what answer. Like, how does your deck answer what? Okay, wow. What does each card? How does each card answer each of your opponent's cards, and what's the best way to do it? Obviously, there are certain ways to go around it, but obviously there you can recognize Dark Prince as well against the tanks, Tesla, Skeleton Army, and not Tesla. This Tesla delivery and log can deal with all of the bait and like win conditions, so Skeleton Barrel and Skeleton King or Skeleton Army, stuff like that. Pretty good stuff. I'm here because the ghost is still not going. You didn't have to surround this ghost. Just just putting something on the ghost makes it to where the Tesla pops up, which the Ghost will go for, and so it doesn't get on your tower. That's an important thing to know, that things invisible like Archer Queen, Ghost, stuff like that, you definitely want to put something down so it's on its invisible mode, it's active, and then you can have the Tesla DPS it down. So yeah, okay, unfortunately I don't have skeletons right now, so I kind of just have to what's it called, sack my Dark Prince. But though the Dark Prince does deal with that. Oh my god, look at that Dark Prince splash. Oh my goodness, just look at that splash. Okay, here, because the Ghost is gonna survive, I'm just gonna log and then simply deals with everything. So yeah. Here I'm just gonna go Tesla last second, and it should deal with the batter ram. Even the batter ram charges on the Tesla does fully counter. It's a good interaction now. The way you learn your micro interactions for like how like buildings deal with wind conditions, just memorizing, testing it out. If you don't know how an interaction works, you just test it out. So if you don't know if batter ram or like if Tesla can fully counter like a balloon, for example, that's something you just test out and stuff like that. And that just comes from experience. That's basically all you do. I will try to cover every single deck possible that you can go, and that's probably why I'm going to be using the I'm going to try to be using this deck for every single league. So like any things that you obviously cover that you haven't, like obviously that you guys go over that I haven't gone over, I'm going to try to make sure I try to cover those. And I'm basically going to try to cover every single like main win condition, how to defend, because obviously learning how to defend, it really just depends on the matchup. It's like how in chess, like the way the way how black responds to white is because depending on the opening, the theory you obviously got to memorize. Obviously that's way too complicated, and Clash isn't that complicated. Okay, why am I lagging? But delivery log, and then I will say delivery is a very good answer to and Evo Tesla also is a very good answer against Evil Warrior Ghost, because of all the things, just taking care of all the other the mini ghosts they spawns, it just deals with that. So yeah, here because the 2 units are super low, the log I think does just take care of it. So yeah, pretty good. It's a good thing to recognize here. And then yeah, against a bridge spam, really you just have to have your units like okay, wow, that P.E.K.K.A really just had to like do that. I think that will go down. Yeah, I'm just gonna log this or skeleton army this, and then because the Tesla should live. Yep, and then because I recognized the Tesla was going to live, but obviously the Tesla was going to die to the batter ram, I just had to delivery on top of it, and then there you go. But yeah, against Bridge Spam, you basically want to abuse your Tesla delivery log. Usually you have the Dark Prince to tank for things like Bandit, Ghost, P.E.K.K.A if you need it to. You usually don't want to put on a Dark Prince on a P.E.K.K.A because it will just instantly get shredded. But it can do the job. Like you can see here because he has a P.E.K.K.A and an Executioner. Just rocket just gets so much value. You can rocket their pushes as well. It does really good against their stuff. And here Tesla's still alive, so you can just go skeletons on that, and the Tesla should deal with it pretty good. Look at that, even that Tesla that's almost dead is still putting in work. It's kind of crazy actually. Okay, here just a simple Dark Prince will deal with the Electro Wizard and the Bandit. Here because Evil Ghost is super annoying. I just try to rocket to get rid of it because it was next to the tower, so I rocket it. If it's not next to the tower, I wouldn't do it, but if it's next to the tower, you can definitely rocket and just get rid of it if you know you're up. Okay, here I'm just gonna try to Evil Ice Spirit and then delivery, and then hopefully that just deals everything. Oh my goodness, look at that! Evil Ice Spirit delivery just completely cleaned that up. Holy! Look how much well you can see Dark Prince splashing everything, delivery splashes and everything. You can just see the defense on how well like the synergy of this deck has. Really just abusing the fact that Dark Prince splashes everything. Delivery log helps do a lot of DPS and finish off units like Bandit, Ghost, stuff like that. It's just that's basically how you want to recognize Bird Spam, is abusing Dark Prince delivery log. It just completely shreds Bird Spam. You do have to be careful. Obviously, it can be difficult to defend. It can be difficult to deal with their pushes, but just abusing those combinations just does wonders against those decks. So, but yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the guide. I will make a guide for I think Grand Champ is the next one, so I will do that. I will go more into depth on how to defend and especially against like mid ladders and decks and like obviously main decks, stuff like that. I will try to cover all the main archetypes so that you realize how to defend each one, because obviously defending each archetype can be different. It can be different, and so hopefully give you an insight on how like a taste of how each deck runs and how you need to play the matchups differently. It is kind of the same, but you do have to be. There are definitely variations of how you play the decks. But yeah, just stay tuned for that. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and yep, bye.